Chapter 18. We didn't go. She came in before the alarm went off to deliver the news. She was in intense pain with her leg, but apologised because she knew that there was no possibility of a car journey. As if it was my disappointment that she must appease. A night of pain, and she had left me to sleep without a word, hoping that the new day would change it all. We rang the hospital, and some unknown doctor on the end of the line suggested that it was a melanoma playing up and advised increasing the morphine. She was alarmed at the loss of her mobility. I consoled her so easily with the promise of a wheelchair, and which appeased her, believing that the drug would kick in and that her circumstances would be temporary. We could only marvel that we had not been in some motel room when the pain hit, and resigned ourselves to staying on. Julia's concern was the morphine, which hit like a sledgehammer, leaving her with the worry that she would not have control of her thoughts. There was a decline in her stomach pain, which the trial doctor viewed as a positive sign, as an indication that the drug was having an effect. However, the melanoma on her leg had never been visible before, just a pain that only she was aware of. And now I could see it, although nobody on the trial had looked at it before. The beasts grew more menacing in appearance, and I reported on them daily to Julia, but she wanted no more photos of them. It was hard to judge any shrinkage, as I saw them too often to make that judgment. Sunday the 30th of May was the twins' 29th birthday, and as the date grew closer, Julia pined for home. On the Thursday she asked me to ring Emma to see if she could come to Sydney for the weekend. Ella had really wanted to come as well, but there was not enough warning to organise a trip for her. Emma took a flight on the Friday and did the bus journey out from the city to arrive for Julia, waiting in her new black dress, radiant at her sister's arrival. I bought her a walking stick for her birthday, and she adopted it immediately as her own, pleased by its smart floral pattern. New pyjamas from Emma and Ella, and a lamington cake to follow the roast, which she was able to eat without the consequences of pain. A beautiful day, and she asked no more than that. But when Emma had gone, she declared, "I need Jimmy." Just a stark statement that needed no qualifications. He was still unemployed, and she was still paying all the expenses. But she paid his airfare, and he arrived to transport her from reality. We had to go to the shops to prepare for his arrival, which was the first time she had found the energy for anything but medical appointments. She was exhausted filling the trolley with the things he liked, but I could not convince her to give me the list and wait while I shopped. A purpose to it all, preparing for a visitor with plans to cook him pancakes with maple syrup. Their connection was immediate, and for that moment it was as if there was no cancer at all. She showed him the beast, and it was the first time that there was really someone else to gauge their growth. His reaction was clear, and I knew from that moment there was no going back. Jimmy had arrived with a birthday present for her, an archangel carved from the Hebel I had given him. He excitedly produced a brochure advertising a martial arts course that would eventually offer the opportunity for employment as an instructor. About the details and, of course, the prospective income, reasoning that it would suit his interests from his army training. He had considered joining the commandos, which had an entrance admission that expired at 30, and he was drawing nearer the age. However, Julia could not conceive of a life as an army wife, thinking of a future together, which could only involve babies, and she had grown up with a father who was always at sea. It was at least an attempt to find employment, and she wanted him to be content, understanding the commitment of a partnership.